All right, caution laps do not count. Or, they do count. My apologies. Yes, they are counting. I just wanted clarification for that because we have caution. Oh, my apologies.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to the LA Coliseum. We are back with the BNR Cup Series, and joining me again back in the booth, we've got Will with us. Will, welcome back. It's
Yes.
great to be back on the mic with you.
Oh, it is indeed, Chris, a new BNR racing season here among us, racing here at the Coliseum this evening. So, sure to be a doozy of a race. I guarantee it, more than likely. Can't wait as they're getting gridded up here.
Very quickly doing a. Well, the lights are off on the pace car now.
Brandon Moore took the pole for this event, it looks like.
All right, pace car is about to pull off for the first time in the 2024 season.
Now, this is just the clash,
Wow.
to kick off the season. As far as I know, this is not a points paying race,
No.
as far as I know. So,
You're correct.
just to
I
kick
just
her
meant,
off.
yeah, first time. First broadcast of 24. How
Yes,
about that?
yes, good one. See Brandon Moore kind of struggling on that inside. These tires trying to build up Pete as Jaden Sanchez on that outside in the 22. As we already have a slow car. Oh,
More goes around.
Moore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he spun his tires on the exit or if Jaden got into the back of him. That happened kind of quickly there. When we get a good look at the replay, we will have clarification for sure. Working their way through 1 and 2. There might have been contact on the exit there. Jaden. Oh, no, Brandon. I think he just came around all by himself there on the exit of turn 4, applying the power back down. I don't think he was hit. No. Do you think he could have had too much brake in the car, maybe trying to counter for the slow car of Cameron Smith ahead of him?
Well, it's I mean, what are we, lap 2? It's cold tires, so
Yeah, good point. The tires
these,
aren't even up to temp.
these
It's going to take
cars.
at least a good, 8, maybe more, maybe 10 or so laps for the tires to actually be up to temp.
Yeah, these cars being pretty difficult to handle, anyways. So adding cold tires into there, and being this such a short, tight track, you're going from high speed down to such a low speed, and then you're trying to get right back to it, but you got to take care of the throttle because you get into it too soon and it just comes right out on you. And these cars are so hard to save.
I don't even think they top out at 100 miles per hour around here. I think it's like just over 85, maybe 90, and then they break down into the corners. It's like below like 45 or like it's real low mile per hours here in the center of the corner. So here in Martinsville, you're going to have the lowest, basically the slowest mid corner speed.
Coliseum. We got a graphic down in the bottom right corner. We can see the speed. We're currently watching Brian Huntley's speed. Let's see. Let's get up there with John Tiller since he's got the best availability to use. At 22.
John, at the moment, not even getting to 85, so there he goes. But Yes, like I said, Martinsville and here at the Coliseum, very, very tight technical short tracks. North Wilkesboro probably, once it got the repave late last year, it it might be the same way when they get back to it. Just gonna have to wait and see. But here at the Coliseum, very you're working that brake pedal so much. You're really good with short tracks, Chris. Just kind of uh, just oh, as we're under caution here for the second time of asking.
Oh.
Looks like it happened up towards kind of the front of the field.
Oh, Huntley
I
changed
believe
his number
Brian.
this year. Let's see. Here we go. Yellow flag comes out, I believe. Chris Cornett. Yeah, just starts to go on his own, locks it up, and they kind of stack up behind him. Oh, actually.
Brian was already around in front of him, I do believe. So let's
Yes.
rewind a little bit.
Oh yeah, he lost it too.
Same thing. Yep. So in a way, basically synchronized spinning here. Brian Huntley and Chris Cornett, like you talked about. So, and it's a relatively pretty flat track here at the Coliseum.
Yes, quite flat indeed. As it's well, what is it? A football field?
Yes, it's originally the LA Coliseum is a football field. Also held the Olympics here whenever they were held. I want to say the Olympics were held in Los Angeles 3 different times, but they've always been helped out with the Coliseum. Soccer field, football field. The USC Trojans play here. The Rose Bowl is played here. So a lot of great college football games has been held here. I want to say 3 Super Bowls have been held here. So it has a lot of history to itself, just like if we were to go to Daytona or Darlington, those racetracks have a lot of famous history of themselves within their respective sport, and so do these ginormous stadiums that are built to either attract football teams or to help football teams or whether it is soccer, whatever you can do here.
Oh,
huge crash.
yeah.
That's
45
be,
more. Which more?
That will be Austin Moore, but Moore, no pun intended, keeps getting involved here. The word Moore, not the name Moore. Moore kept piling in. That's
Jason Pearson trying to get it turned around.
A lot of extensive damage here on some of these cars.
He went into the pit over the line there. He's possibly going to get a black flag for that.
Yeah, I think you could be correct.
Unsafe entry because he went in and out the same way.
iRacing is very strict about their pit entries and whatnot, even if it is under caution or green flag conditions. So
I don't think they're very fond of just clearing flags in this league. Correct me if I'm wrong, Will.
I think it depends on what it could be. I'm kind of like you. I think they are trying not to clear some black flags. Others they could be okay with, like for instance that I don't know, to me that might be okay, just kind of start in the rear of the field type of thing if I was a race director, which I'm not, but from my point of view, I'm just saying
absolutely,
certain things are fine, but others need to still be enforced. So but yeah, I'm kind of like you. I do believe they're trying to not do that. Lights are
Yeah, well,
back out on the pace car. We're going to see them go back at it again. I guess Jaden got the lead from John before that incident occurred. So Jaden with a pretty decent restart. Everybody battling for seconds back here, pretty much. Sammy Archibald takes John Tiller on the inside. John is kind of struggling now, trying to get on that bottom lane.
oh, Huntley
Oh,
around
contact
again.
is made. Was that Campbell that he bounced off the door of? It's the number 38, but we don't have a 38 on the scoring pylon. So I'm assuming this could be Campbell. Campbell's on the outside. I want to say the 38 car is Campbell. And yeah, they just hard racing really coming off the corner. Campbell didn't go all the way to the wall like maybe Brian thought he would.
You are correct on that one, Will. That is Campbell.
I mean, to be fair, you don't necessarily have to go to the wall. You know, you can drive the lane that you're already committed to. So that just hard racing there. Contact's going to happen on a bull ring short track like this, Chris. So not surprised at the least.
No, not at all. You kind of, I mean, it'd be shocking if you could come out of here with a car with no scratches on it. That'd be crazy.
Oh, it would indeed. We're just a quarter of the way through and are working our fourth caution. And like you said, it would be incredible to see somebody come out of here without a scratch on the car. But
But we
I
got
think
one.
that's a tough road to climb, I do believe.
We got 150, Will, to laps here tonight. So we're not even a quarter.
Well, good point, yes.
I think whatever half of 75 is. It's like 67-ish.
Yeah, when we get to 75, we'll be at halfway. So lap 50 will be a quarter of the way through.
There you go.
Math is not always the greatest, but you know we do work on it and correct it, and
Math is
we
hard.
will get the correct answer eventually.
Hey man, when I
It's
punch
kinda
out of the
like that
clock
old
at work,
joke.
when I punch out the clock at work, I shut my brain off and I'm done.
It's like that old joke, you know, how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Well, there's two of us, so hopefully we can figure it out at least.
Oh, exactly. Anyway, lights look to be back out on the pace, yes, out, off, same thing. Anyway, my English now getting confused with my brain. As we're going back green, Jaden with another big launch. He's trying his best to stay away from everybody.
Oh, and
Goodness,
again.
look at the gaggle. Oh.
That is Samuel Archibald at 21.
Okay, I was going to say, I couldn't quite get the look of the car before. Ooh. Well, he's probably going to be trapped a lap down here because he couldn't get that going. Anywho, so Sammy had a halfway decent start out here in this 21 car. Respect him, you know, favorite number's 21. But anyway, Callaway Golf, it looks like, is on his car. So he just got kind of sandwiched. He was about to be sandwiched, but, man, Christopher Campbell, he's getting into everybody. I know he's not meaning to.
Oh, we had another one.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they just kept on a wrecking going into turn 3. That's what happened. They couldn't get away from each other. Campbell checked up, and whenever Campbell checked up, here comes the 20. Fact check me who's in the 20, please. And just into everybody.
Bradford.
Yeah, like you said, Bradford's in the 20. Everybody's going to have some sort of damage, whether it be cosmetic or their toe link is bent or something. They're going to have something by the end of this race. So Sammy's the only one trapped a lap down currently because he couldn't get back going after the pace car kind of collected him. So he's going to be hoping, praying for another caution, not be involved in it in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I'm
I tell you,
praying that we go
Jaden.
more than 5 laps without a caution.
Yeah, we ran what was it, six opening laps, and then caution fell. So after that, it's just been cautions breeding cautions. They say that is true, just like that commentator's curse. So let's hopefully we don't want it to go on no one. My apologies there. That was my inner evil side, I guess, Chris popping out. But yes, we're trying to put a spell on somebody, Chris, up here in the commentator's booth. Like that pace car,
Well,
put a spell on that. Let's not let it see it, be out for a good minute. I'm I'm just like you. Let's get some good laps in here. We know we can do it.
at what point do they go single file restarts?
That's a good question. One that I'm not privy to the answer for. Probably whenever we get up to 10.
Green flag is back out.
Already have some brake dust, smoke popping up at the start finish line cam. So everybody just trying to be orderly.
And we got another
I'll say
one.
that. Yep.
Oh my goodness,
As soon as
fellas.
I say trying to be orderly,
That
Brian gets
is
into the back of the 43.
that is Hunsaker in the 6 being shown as the
Oh,
43 on his car.
10-4, thank you.
Like
So
you said,
Matthew
it's
Hunsaker's supposed to be in the 6. So
like you said, it's not a points race yet, so I'm sure the admin of the league will get on everyone that is not matching with their numbers, as that makes our job more difficult, of course, and just everything confusing.
yes, thank you for saying it, not me. So yeah, I'm working the 6 caution of the race. Let's see who we might want to decide to pull down in here.
You tell me who
If
you
we
want
have
to
enough
talk
time.
to.
Let's grab Jaden.
Jaden Sanchez. One. There we go.
If we have enough time.
There's
Hey,
Jaden
Jaden,
Sanchez.
it's Will and Chris. Got a copy, Jaden?
What?
Hey, it's Will and Chris up in the booth. Just wanted to talk to you for just a sec. If we see you're getting some really good launches, how many more times do you think you can keep pulling that off?
Pretty much the whole time. I think
Okay.
this 22 Mustang is pretty quick. Obviously it didn't show during practice. I don't know. I'm just really trying to stay, ahead of these wrecks. I'm not trying to get involved with these guys, especially when Brandon or Cameron come up here and put me out the way. So, I'm relaxing. I'm chilling.
Yeah, good head of strategy to try to have, to stay in front of everything. So hopefully you can do that tonight and walk away with the win here at the Coliseum. So best of luck to you going forward, Jaden. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Enjoy the show.
Oh, yeah, we will enjoy this stream. It's been pretty chaotic so far, so what's left in store? We are going to see lights are out on the pace car yet again, so you see kind of how slow they're pacing under caution, about 25, maybe 30 miles per hour tops, but it's like 25 miles per hour here under caution, so tell you, those lights really illuminate everywhere. I tell you what, really makes it all bright.
Right?
So, Jaden said he's going to keep trying to pull off these restarts all the time. But hey, third and second was able to stay there. Oh, look, Austin Moore got a good jump to the inside, almost made it 3 wide. He's still going to keep his nose in there, trying to keep John Tiller off the bottom. John Tiller wants back on the bottom, but he cannot get there. Austin Moore is still side by side. Brian Huntley probably looking his chops. Austin able to get by John Tiller. That was a doozy and a half of a battle. Back here, you got Jason Pearson, Brandon Moore going at it.
You see a lockup on that 45 car. These guys having to get so hard into the brakes. There's just a very fine line between locking them up and, well, not.
Oh yes, indeed. You could probably almost lock it up almost every time on entry if you're not careful. You got to be very precise with your braking. Basically, once you get right past the middle of these straightaways, you want to try to attempt to put on those binders, and we have the 7th caution waving here at the moment, Chris.
That
And
is. Oh,
Bradford
oh boy.
sideways. Oh,
That,
oh.
ooh, that contact right there looked like net code. It looked like they were even close. Well, let's see
I
how
think the
that.
black bumper kind of blends in with the racetrack. You don't really get to look like the D-wall bumper.
Yeah.
I think it blends in too well with the racetrack.
Ooh, got down on the rubble strip down bottom and just went around. Then kind of got hooked on the wall.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Aaron might have straddled that bottom just a bit too long. And the car just whipped around on him, as we see again. You say it's net code. I think it's an optical. I think it's an illusion
Well,
with the back bumper and the track
I'll tell you what,
because of
Will.
how.
I don't disagree with you, but we got plenty of time to look. So why not?
Because
Alright.
Brandon's fender's kind of black, and then
Oh man, I don't know.
you got like a hood cam. Yeah, that looks like slight significant contact, like just the slightest of contact, like a hard kiss.
That was a pretty freaking hard kiss.
I'm not talking about just a smooch. I'm talking about like a bam, like it's planted kiss, like so.
So let's. Bradford's being shown a lap down.
Yeah, I think he might have got trapped by the pace car. I don't think he might get that lap back. I don't know. But getting doubled up, back, going, racing here in just a mere moment. Lights are out. He's already pulled in, and Jaden's away. John Tiller now going to do the same thing to Austin Moore that Austin did to him if he can, but couldn't get back to the throttle in time. As we look back here, Campbell in a battle with Sammy Archibald as the 5 car of, who is in the 5 again? My apologies.
Chris Cornett.
Oh, yes, Chris Cornett. So new faces, new numbers. You gotta get reminded to get, kind of psychologically remember who's in what car. So it normally takes for me about at least a good 2-3 races to remember who's in what number at the start of a new season. Caution out yet again, Chris.
I see Huntley's name highlighted. He's got some damage, but he's not around, so let's go take a
Could have been.
Did we give Jade a curse?
Really tight battle right here in the replay. What's going to happen going into the...
Contact.
Oh! John Tiller comes in, and now that's definitely not a hard kiss there. That's like bombardment, because bam, like it kicks him back into the wall, like So now we know where Brian got his damage from. He rear-ended Tiller whenever Tiller, like, I can imagine these are pretty much blind corners right here, Chris. Like, have you raced here at the Coliseum before?
Yeah, I mean, I guess depends on what car you have. I think you can just see over the inner wall just barely. Not totally blind, but it's definitely I'd say worse than Martinsville. Martinsville you can see around the corner,
Got you. So yeah, I have no experience. I just have experience of watching races here. So unfortunately, you're kind of the driver with experience here at the Coliseum. So
Yes, I'm a professional racer, Will. I'm expecting to get my NASCAR Cup contract in the mail soon.
I used to call myself a professional sim, a what was it? A sim professional amateur racer. Something. I had a I had a weird name I came up with at one point because I thought it was funny. But now that I can't remember it, it's not as funny. So we see some cars coming into the pit lane, hoping to probably get repairs. I don't know if you can take on gas or tires at the Coliseum. Can you, Chris? You probably can, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can take a pit stop, you can take tires and gas. So
Yeah, I mean, we got 150 laps, so.
this just coming from a guy who isn't too sure. That's why I'm asking for, extra clarification. So, Huntley and Moore, Austin Moore, on the front row for this next restart, finishing our eighth caution as we're getting into the restart zone. And I think you might be right. We could have cursed, jinxed, whatever you like to call it, Jaden. But
Oh. Who's in the. Oh, here we go again.
oh,
No way, that
did
Huntley
did
again.
did he just get in the wall and wasn't ever able to? Oh, he got. I think he might have got turned around.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. He got loose
Oh,
off the corner.
he just. Yeah, his tires just spun coming off of turn 2. He's way up there, possibly in the marbles. That could be a little bit out of the groove, but either way you look at it, he lost traction coming out
Whew.
of the corner, and
Back end off
man,
the ground.
unfortunate bystanders here. Yeah, even though these cars are going as slow as they are, uh, you know, uh, Chris, you would be amazed at watching the the Clio Cup series over in Europe. These little itty bitty compact cars, right? These little itty bitty hatchbacks that are like front wheel drive. You should see the races that they uh, uh, put on because they can't go any faster than I think it's like 70 or 80 miles per hour. I think because that's how fast those engines can only go. But man, they beat, they bang, they flip, they roll. They are something else.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, Will. Even at 80 miles an hour, think about that on the highway. Think about if you're driving 1 inch off the back bumper of a car in front of you on the highway and they brake check you. Not saying these drivers are brake
Oh,
checking, but, checking up quick. There's pretty much no
mhm.
chance you're not going to hit them when
Oh,
you're that
exactly.
close,
Like, say for instance, I like to drive behind semi trucks. I like to draft behind them, but I try to give a comfortable gap. If I'm behind an 18 wheeler, right, or really behind anybody. But if I have somebody that has a big gap in front of me and we're kind of going the same speed in the fast lane, then I'm not too freaked out over it. But yeah, I
Oh,
get what you're saying. You don't ever want that to happen, but at these type of speeds, that's what we're looking at here, right? Like going down the highway and then, oh, got to check up.
I'm all for highway bump drafting. Green flag is back out, Will.
Yep, taking lap 68, finishing 67, working the eighth caution.
Whoa.
It's done and over with. Is 3 wide. Thank you, ma'am. Going on back further back. Brandon Moore trying to work the inside of Cameron Smith now as Jaden now applying pressure. Oh
Oh,
man.
here we go again.
Oh, he
Ooh. Well, we had one around a little
he
further
kind
up anyways.
Yep, there was going to be a caution no matter what happened because in the front there was chaos, in the middle of the pack there was chaos. You saw Jaden uh, starting to apply pressure onto the back of Brandon, but Brandon was kind of in a tussle with Cameron, and Jaden, I don't think wanted to check up or something was going on. He kind of pushed Brandon into the corner, and Okay, this is the one car. Okay, so, yep, this is the one I think got hit from Brandon, or the one could have just overdrove the corner here. But oh, yep, he does get a bump. He does get a bump from Brandon. See, Brandon's getting harassed by Jaden. I
Jaden
don't
is
know of
pushing
another word.
hard. He's
Yeah,
pushing
yeah.
the 3 wide issue like a
So
lot.
so that's how the one spun around, was from contact from Jaden into Brandon. Brandon sending that contact further up into the one. So it's a bit of a chain reaction, but backwards. Normally the chain reaction starts from somebody checking up or braking in front, but normally also at these types of tracks or facilities, you will see drivers just bumping like a Bowman Gray Stadium, for instance, is another place where you can see that type of mentality being unleashed.
Yeah,
From the people in the back trying to go to the front, they're just bumping you.
I can't believe that Bowman Gray is not on iRacing. What do they call it? The
Oh,
Madhouse or something like that?
yes,
It's
yes.
just crazy. And then people I mean, there's a million clips on YouTube. People just totally losing their mind and sending their cars into other cars and just, I don't know.
Oh,
It just
yeah.
brings out like the worst in any racer. If there's any bad in a racer,
People,
it's coming out there.
people, people cut across the football field and
Oh,
drive
yeah.
backwards.
You think they
You
were
know,
racing for $1 million?
it, it's something, man.
It's entertaining as heck, that's for sure.
Yeah, there was a little docu-series that the History Channel had at one point that followed like the Myers brothers and like a few other people that raced at Bowman Gray. So now we're halfway through with this race, Chris.
Yes, sir. Green flag is just about to come back out.
Austin Moore getting a good jump on Chris
Oh,
Cornett there
no.
in the 5.
Oh, we're about 4 wide, but looks like everybody's collected. Fantastic.
Everybody's collected, but what
Oh,
is that going to bring as we see
oh
more
man.
trouble?
Son of a biscuit.
Well, at least the caution laps counted tonight, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, hate to say it, but
Oh, we got help. Got help
yeah,
from
I
the 20.
think Bradford there in the 20, I think he just overdrove the exit there, pushed up the track, and got into Hunsaker there. Just unfortunate, but hard racing, but unfortunate circumstances that result in the hard racing. English difficult today, apparently. I didn't wake up on the English side of the bed. I woke up on the gibberish side of the bed, I guess.
First time back on 1.5 Studios. We'll get back into the swing of things. We were wondering, Will, do you know how many fast repairs these cars had tonight? Just one, or?
I'm assuming it was just one.
It's like most of these cars at
It
least have
says,
their nose punched in.
it says one quick fix on the
Alright, so they all have one. Looks like they're getting stacked back up. However, the lights are still on the pace car, so.
somebody could be quarreling over a position, but it looks like now they're getting lined up. Lights are out on the pace car, so maybe all that speculation was just not true. They were just waiting for some people to get out of the pits, perhaps. Yes, little official AI guy, I feel you. I just want to throw my hands up sometimes too, but
He's just standing on the track like, what
anyway.
the heck, guys?
That animation of their arms is just so funny. Um, all right, back green flag rolling here. Oh no, the leader. That's Cornette.
Oh,
He's gonna stay
no,
down.
no, no.
That's off the racing surface.
Don't do it.
Oh, he.
He's gonna
Wow,
lose
he's
the
gonna get
lap,
back
but
going.
or
Oh no,
almost.
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He's not lost a lap yet. He's going to be struggling, fighting, trying to get these tires that just was probably screamed at him after he spun around. They're going to be a little bit probably more up to temp, but not the right temp than Archie. And that is trouble with the one car of Woodrum. But yes, Cornette probably going to be struggling to stay above or on that lead lap in front of the race leader. As Sammy Archibald leads this race. Behind him, John Tiller, Aaron Bradford, Jaden Sanchez, and Jason Pearson is the top 5. Brandon Moore struggling in 6th position to get back into the top 5. He's got pressure from Austin Moore, no relation, trying to get by the 13 of Jason Pearson. Jason goes wide up the track, and Brandon's going to swoop by along with Austin, perhaps. So, now the one of Woodrum's going to get involved in that too. So, Jason Pearson losing 3 spots right there. As there is the race leader right behind. Oh, there's Brandon Moore going by the 20. So, Brandon Moore gained 2 positions there. Oh, no, Brandon's had... Oh, no, Brandon, being a big mover, he lost traction again, I bet anything. He was down on the bottom. I bet he had some more wheel slippage, Chris. He's down here. He's going to be struggling, fighting on the bottom, getting grip. He's straddling that white line down there with the rumble strips. So he's doing the... Oh, wow.
Just comes out.
Exactly. He went... He got possibly a bit too greedy going down there, Chris. You can only go down there so much. Or so far, so much, you know, and then it'll bite you. That is exactly kind of what happened here with the 88 of Brandon Moore. It just kind of bit him. He said, "Man, it worked well in turns 1 and 2. Well, I'm gonna go even deeper in 3 and 4." That's probably what he said. So, looking up here at it, let's put the commentator's curse on Archie. Let's bring in Sammy Archibald into the booth. I think he's up there in the Discord. As we see the 5 of Cornette bringing his machine into the field pits.
Samuel Archibald. Samuel Archibald.
You got a copy, Sammy?
Oh, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Sammy? So, yeah, you a bit loosey-goosey just about, but, around like the start of the race, have you gotten all that taken care of? Are you able to get the traction you need, Sam? Or what else could be struggling with? You are now in the lead, so are you going to try to keep it? Of course, right?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, there's a bunch of damage on my back end, I think. Not quite sure on that, but... Yeah, I think that's what's making me lose.
You got a little bit. Just a dent. Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got plowed into, so...
Yeah,
everybody did.
Been talking we've been thinking everybody's going to walk away with some type of damage. Well, best of luck to you, Sammy. Go get them, man.
Okay, thank you.
All right, lights off on the pace car.
We need to pick the people that talk. We need to stop picking the shy people.
Well, it is hard to talk in the middle of a race. I mean, you need caution regardless, but...
Yeah, good point, good point. Oh, Sammy has some fighting going on the outside. John Tiller getting there, as now Jaden Sanchez now in 2nd position. Now going after the race leader. Hunsaker giving John Tiller a shot. He gets on the binders. He gets a shot. There goes Jaden looking for a window. Oh, caution comes out before he could get through the window. Austin Moore, let's see what got him around. Working with caution, we will get to that 50 to go mark here. So Austin's on the very bottom, and he just got too greedy on the bottom. That's what we're just going to call it now. From now on, if you get down on the bottom too far, you're getting too greedy, Chris.
Yeah, that. I'm not sure if you can tell, but down on the apron, it's like the rumble strip on the side of a highway, so it's not a solid piece of asphalt, so to speak.
Yeah,
So
your tires will bounce. They will jerk. More than likely, that chassis a little bit,
so
upsetting that car.
you can
Yeah,
see right
look at the
here
slow-mo.
those bumps on the apron there. So you're not having a nice smooth full asphalt surface, so you got to be careful when you get down there. You can't jump right on the throttle or anything, Well,
Exactly. You got to let that car glide over these indentions or bumps, like you said, the highway rumble strip, harping back to going down the highway. So, might get the green flag here, lap 101, I'm assuming.
light's still on.
Okay, might be 102, but 13th caution of the evening. Just about everybody, like we said, gonna have some type of damage. It'd be unremarkable, unbelievable if you don't or can't walk out of here without any. Drive out of here, walk, whatever you like to prefer, Ride. Ride like the wind, bullseye. So, Sammy Archbold going to be the control car still into this restart zone. Jaden going to be on the outside. Haven't seen too much of Jaden on the outside, but he was kind of strong earlier in the race out there, but whenever more pressure is applied, Hunsaker kind of trapped on that outside at the moment, looking a little bit further back. Jaden is applying pressure all over the back of the race leader as another caution has unfolded. We have a traffic jam in turn 2.
There's looks like the 9, Cameron Smith. Ooh, he's way down there, and looks like there's a
Gets into the door at Pearson.
Looks like there's a bit of a gap between them. Let's do this one. Like a netcode kind of gap is what I'm talking. Yeah, there you go. There was a gap between them.
Yeah, just the slightest. Just the slightest of netcodes, but yes, there was some netcode involved here.
Right there.
This is going to turn Jason around, and bam, Austin's going to get into his door, and the 1 and the 38, or excuse me, 68 in disguise of the 38, they just kind of stop. I don't think they get involved in this. I think Austin might get bumped, but no. Okay, the 1 gets bumped. Okay, so 14th caution. You think we're going to get 20?
Yes. Man, I don't know, Will. We shouldn't even talk about it. You know what's gonna happen. We're just gonna make it worse.
Yes, indeed. So, look at all the people in the stands. That's way more than the real life Coliseum attendance were this year. Look at that. But
oh man, Will, I'm gonna I might get some hate for this depending on who's a fan of what, but I saw a meme the other day, and it was a picture of the stands at the Coliseum that was almost empty, and it said, "Glad to see all of Denny Hamlin's fans came out."
Yeah, I saw that meme too. That was great. I'm not a Denny Hamlin supporter, so I don't mind, but I'm a broadcaster in a way, so I guess I shouldn't say that I don't like Denny Hamlin, but
Well, we don't
because
announce
that
their races,
doesn't
and
look good if I'm trying to. Well, I mean, if I ever, I you never know. I could get into that, into that,
Whoa.
into that, into the pro commentator announcing world. I'm trying to say industry, but I could probably get in there whenever I'm like 60 or something. I still have dreams. I can dream still.
Uh-oh. Man, they are beating and
I think
banging back here. Oh, there it goes. 9 goes around.
so. Brad Doherty is he owns half of like the JTG Doherty, like the 47 car. And I feel like that's like really the only reason why he's like a NASCAR analyst is because like it's a former basketball player that owns a race team, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like if I could own a race team, I could be a race analyst.
Money.
But yeah, it's just more chaos here. Just it looks like maybe Cameron crossed up the nose of Austin there in the 45, perhaps. But
all right, I want next caution. Will, we're gonna bring Brian in here. I'm suggesting single file restarts. I don't want to pull him down now because we've probably only got like 1 or 2 laps to green, and we'll have to send him back, so we won't get much time to talk to him. But next caution. So
I feel like if you see single file restarts, you might just see more people pushing and shoving into the corner from the back to the front, like
maybe,
snaking
but
it up that way.
Maybe, but
But
it's worth a shot. Guess if it doesn't work, then go back. I don't know. I'm not the friggin' race director, so my opinion doesn't really
I wouldn't know
weigh
what
that much.
to do here.
Brian's probably got this going on in the background. He's just saying, "Shut up. You're not in charge. Just shut up." All right. Archibald's still out front, and Sanchez still in second. It'll be frustrating for Sanchez trying to battle and not getting any time to do it, really, with all these cautions.
Oh, really anyone trying to move up through the field progress, or that they believe they have a good footing or handle on this track, and they can't really progress forward because these cautions just keep coming out one after another, and we don't even get 5 laps of racing in. So
All right, looks like the pace car is off. Bit of a lockup from Sanchez on the outside, but they're still side by side. Now heading down in turn 1. Archibald with the advantage, but Carter, has to lock it up, and he goes across the nose of Tiller. Backs it out of harm's way and keeps it locked down there so we don't get any contact with any of the other cars. Hopefully you can get that thing going before the pace car. These darn paddle shifters, or not paddle shifters, the sequential shifters in these cars will make it so hard to get the car going again because you don't get to just throw it from 5th to reverse. You gotta, click, 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 down to reverse, and click, click, click up to first, so it takes longer. It's a faster shift when you're racing, but to get from 5th to reverse takes a hot minute. All right, let's bring Brian down. Well, Brian Huntley. It's Will
sir.
and Chris in the booth. Talk to us.
Well, up and down type deal here. Just trying to finesse
So-
the car through the field.
So, at what point do we try a single file restart? These guys are wrecking under caution over here.
Well, eventually it'll be coming. Somebody else mentioned that. If we get another one, we'll go be single file.
All right. Well, how's
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Tell us how's it going out there.
Up and down, very tight track, of course. You know, bumping's gonna happen. It's just very tight. It's very tight. Car's very loose off turn. So we're try to keep it underneath of us and try to keep her up here in top 3 at least.
So fighting a tight, loose car. Sounds like it doesn't make
Yes.
sense, but if you're a driver, it definitely does make sense.
Yes. First gear all the way around.
All right, we'll get you back up in your room up there. Thanks for talking to us, Brian.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, well, about to take the
Pace
green
car
flag.
pulls off there.
Saw 3 wide in that corner for a second.
Well, just for a mere moment. Brandon really had to put on the binders there because of Matt out there in front of him, so
Wait, what happened to Sanchez? Why is he in the pits?
up and hold penalty perhaps, or
Oh, we got one around again.
Oh,
Hunsaker.
that was indeed. Oh, and then he doesn't do himself any favors, whacking the car back into the wall, trying to get it back going straight again. So just got loose off a corner, actually getting the power
Ooh.
back down, possibly a bit too soon, and then, like I said, gives it a good whack on the backstretch wall. So he was just trying to get it back going before the pace car said hello to him.
Well, I mean, it worked, but at what cost?
Knocked the toe out of alignment. That's probably the cost.
Should be aight.
Yeah, it'll be okay. They only got probably
What?
20 laps to go whenever they get their green flag again, so.
Well, I mean, you don't. I guess the toe on the car probably doesn't really matter that much when it's such a short track and you go like 3 laps at a time.
Well, that, and it also probably depends on maybe the track's configuration too, you know, and maybe a toe being knocked out, depending on the severity of it, you know, how bad it's knocked out. It could be a problem, or it might not be that bad of a problem.
Hunsaker with plenty of damage on that right front. Lights still on the pace car. Hopefully they'll stack them up this time by. There we go, lights off. And the green flag is back out. Archibald brings him down in turn 1. You can see him 3 wide back here. Oh man, continuing 3 wide. Ugh, again.
Oh,
Looks like the 9 just
So-
sent it.
that's a harder hit for Cornette.
Missed it right there. It's already happened. He backed out of it to keep it from being 3 wide. However, he didn't break enough and ended up just sending it right into Cornette. Looks like you get that 45 car as well.
Yeah, working the 18th caution, 15 laps to go, seeing what we're going to do here as far as Brian said, possibly go to single file on the restarts from the next caution onwards. So that might be what we're doing here. Don't fully know yet. Just have to wait and see. Like I said, Chris, I don't think that's going to change the mentality or really do much to finish this race, you know,
I mean,
with a good green flag run, but it might. It might.
I mean, maybe it'll keep them, instead of going 3 wide, they'll just go 2 wide. Maybe. Oh, we're going double file. I don't think they're gonna switch to single. Flag is back out. Ooh, contact. More into the back of Tiller. Tiller's gonna move down to the low line. Huntley all over his back bumper. Oh, they're piling into the corner. No caution so far.
Man, look at that big gaggle. Just like you said, they piled into that corner, but now the
Son
caution
of
is
a-
out again. '19th caution of asking. Looks like Brandon gave a good bump to the back of the 9 car.
Hunsaker again. Bring it back just a little more. Outside wall and then across the track down low.
And he was checking up, trying to get away from all the commotion that was coming his way, and I think he might have just overdrove the corner, though. Not 100% sure, just pure speculation.
lights going off of the pace car. You know, Will, despite this being pretty much all yellow, we've actually only been going for an hour, and we're almost, we're coming to 5 to go.
Yeah, it's this race could have got done a lot sooner if you think about it. But cautions, man, you got to pace. Oh,
Well-
Tiller gets into the side. Now the 21 machine. Oh, chaos ensues. Tiller.
What? Are you kidding me? Is the high line being backwards up in the high line not like grounds for caution, or what? What was
Caution,
that?
Apparently not.
What in the
So-
world? Let's check it out.
I think Brian got a bump from Austin in the 45, perhaps. Brian Huntley, like right in the center of the back straightaway. I think maybe Austin could have bumped him.
Hold on, I think you got lost here.
And you just need to rewind this a little bit, if you can.
Alright, we're looking at the wrong car. That's the problem. Tiller. And here we go.
Brian's going down low on the back straightaway to pass Tiller after Tiller gets kind of, and then Brian gives him a bump. Brian goes to check up so Tiller can save it, correct it, keep it going straight because Brian didn't want to turn him. And Austin Moore kind of nowhere to go, but bump Brian back into John. So, man, hard racing deal, just short track racing. Hate to say that, but that's kind of what that boiled down to. Tiller was getting kind of a run on from Brian. Brian was gonna try to go low. Tiller went low to try to block that maneuver, but unfortunately Brian got into the back of Tiller. Tiller went to save it, but Austin Moore got into the back of Brian, so that propelled Brian into the back of Tiller. So 20th caution of asking, and I'm not sure if this is a green-white checkered or not.
Yeah, it will be.
Okay, it is.
I think they put a 3 chance cap on the green white checkers last year, I think.
If it was me, my opinion, you only get one, and you'd be satisfied that you only get one, right? Like you lucky. Like if it was, I'm just saying, Chris, if it was me.
Well, like the truck series, I don't know, actually, maybe all top 3 series, but you get unlimited attempts. All right.
Yeah. Yes, in the real world, you have limited attempts.
And there we go.
Fortune. Yeah.
Ooh, no caution.
Archie's got to get back to the line, but he's got Cornette right over.
Ooh, they got it.
White flag is out. Cornette is battling with Austin Moore. Austin Moore made it somewhat 3 wide, but no, there's going to be a crash behind. Here comes Cornette off the corner. Who's it going to be?
I think it was. Oh my God! Look at the pylon. Cornette and Ultra Ball difference 0, 0, 0.
No way.
Oh.
No way.
Oh man.
All that pacing, all that little bit of racing that we did get to see during this race, for it to come down to a literal photo finish between Chris Cornette and Sammy Archibald. The 5 and 21 respectfully, here they are coming to the stripe, and it is. You got to go back to the last number in the scoring timing. Like how it only shows us like four numbers. Like there's a 5th number. Like there's got to be oh my goodness, on the scoring pylon it said that the 5 is the leader, right? The 5 somehow had the lead. Wow, Can you turn the cars like yeah, like man, they are literally side by side. Like
That's
that is
it looks like the
can
21's
you do like
nose is closer to that yellow line.
can you do like the third person perspective but like do it from the side? Like get on like
Yeah,
the far chase and like move the far chase?
I know what you mean.
Okay. Man, the side tire I almost have to agree with you. It looks like the 21's fender or splitter.
Give me 1 second to
Like
adjust
they're
the camera
both
there.
I mean, they're both sitting on the same. I mean, they are.
There we go. How's that?
That is. I'm speechless. I'm in shock. I can't believe what I saw. Like like to have like I said to have this race. Like, are you back on? Like, are we back on air? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I. Oh, okay. But yes, like to see that, like to end with a photo finish.
Let's go back
20
and
cautions, and we
let's
get a
go.
photo finish. Like they are literally side by side.
Let's go back and dissect this last lap. Let's
Yes,
go
because
start.
this. Yeah, wait, let's try to start on the restart. If you can go back to like the final
Yeah,
restart,
right.
because there's so much going on, and I think you're on Jaden.
There you go. There's Tiller goes around. So they're all gaggled up over here.
Yeah, but they keep
There
it going
goes-
straight for the most part. And then coming off the final corner, coming off of turn 2, Bradford and Cameron get involved in it. But they already got the white flag, so race is still going. You see the flag man, he's aggressively waving that white flag.
What is?
Okay, so
Oh, they
they're
switched.
just
Oh man.
yeah, they just mad. They just they know they have lost the race and they're just kind of mad. Oh, okay, so let's switch to like the yes, thank you, Chris, producer Chris. Okay, bam, tight racing going on between the 45 and the 5. Coming off turn 2, Austin kind of gets into the left corner of the 21. Cornette's way down the track. He's way down here. You think, oh, he's going to miss the corner, but somehow he makes the corner. And coming to the stripe, I mean, it is miraculous. Side-by-side finish at the stripe. Cameron's car was still sitting there because he apparently couldn't move it, so didn't want to tow it back apparently. But just man, if you would have told me we would have had 20 cautions but a photo finish, I would have been like, oh, you are lying to me, good sir. Like that is not truth. Like we're not gonna have 20 cautions and a photo finish. Like there's no way. Like if you would have told me 20 cautions, I would have been like, okay, cool. But a photo finish thrown in there. It looks like we're going to talk to Cornette. It says on scoring and timing that Cornette has won this race. So do we go by scoring and timing?
Boy,
I mean,
You know what?
we're just as speechless as
you know
anybody.
we should do is let's get
Bring them both
Brian
in at
in
the same
here.
time.
Well, he's trying to review the race, so maybe we shouldn't bother him. But all right,
Brandon
well,
Moore finished third, didn't he?
yeah, we do have him in the waiting room.
Well,
So
let's grab Brandon. I'm sure he's got a lot on his mind to talk about.
all right, Brandon Moore, bringing it home in
Be our
third
filler.
place. Will in the booth. Take it away, Will.
Hey, Brandon. So, eventful race. You started on pole, then you spun yourself out a couple of times, and then you also got spun out, with some help a couple of times. But overall, a chaotic race. You battled and clawed and fought to get back inside the top three, and so much happened on that final restart. Like, just walk us through it from your perspective,
Oh, it
Brandon.
was nuts. I started like P6 on that final restart.
Yeah, you did.
Just people kept dying, and then Austin died on the backstretch, and I clipped his ass,
Oh my goodness.
and I kept it straight for a podium. That was awesome.
What
And
did
then
you
here
think
you
of
have
the photo?
a photo finish after this.
Oh,
I don't even know what you call it, but a photo finish at this place after that many cautions is freaking ridiculous.
yeah, I just told Chris, I said, if you would have told me 20 cautions, I would have been like, okay, cool. That's
Yeah,
probably,
I
you, you
I'm
know,
being honest here. I would bet my bank account against that. Like legitly. If you'd have told me photo finish at 20 cautions here, I'd have bet my bank account against it. Like no joke.
uh, I
100%.
would, I, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I see 20 cautions, but if you would have thrown in photo finish, I would have been like,
Yeah,
no, you
yeah.
lying.
No, I
You
would have said
lying.
over 20 cautions. I'd have said over on the 20 cautions, but I said you're crazy. Photo finish.
Photo finish, man.
Yeah,
I can't get over it. I'm speechless, man. I,
here I'm just saying someone's getting dumped for a win is what I figured, and
man, I
there's gonna
thought
be a
that,
huge margin
but
of
they,
victory.
what a clean finish between the two of them
Oh,
too.
it was
Like,
cool.
it,
Yeah, it
it,
was
it was.
cool.
I don't think I've seen the Chris Cornett guy before. I think this is his first time I've ever seen him race. But man, he put on one heck of a show because he either spun himself out or got caught up in one of the wrecks like you did, and he was clawing his way back up to the front too. Like you guys, whatever you guys did. Have some racing. I know the opening few laps you ran like 6 or 8 laps, and then cautions just breeding them like they were just rabbits out in the wild or something. But just amazing how you were able to fight back and finish in third. Like that, remarkable.
Yeah, I'm tickled with that. Anytime I can finish podium here is a good day because this is not one of my better racetracks. I'd probably say this is my worst racetrack.
So, is it next week or the week after that the season starts back up with the points racing and it starts back up at Daytona? Like, is it?
That's me next weekend. Next
Uh,
weekend, I'm pretty sure is going to be
okay.
Daytona, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I wasn't too fully sure. I didn't know when. Anyway, so Daytona, this was kind of just a fun run. It was a race for
Oh yeah.
maybe bragging rights, but it was mainly to put on a show at the end of the day. But Daytona, that's to start off the season. As far as I know, it's just point straightforward. So it's basically consistency is key, right? But going into Daytona, first race of the season, what's your thoughts, Brandon?
My thoughts are going to be the same thing with every plate track that we go to. It's going to be survival. Going to have to get to the end of it, get yourself in position, find somebody that's going to work with you, and hopefully you come out with a top 10. If you can come out with a top 10 at each plate track during the season, you're going to have a good time in the points. Because that's going to be that's going to be your major toss-up races.
Have you looked at the schedule intently and kind of studied it?
No, I haven't really looked at it, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay, well, I was going to say, I was going to ask you if you liked how the plate tracks are kind of sprinkled in there. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a great race, at Daytona. They normally provide either good finishes or, it could get stretched out depending on who wants to play different strategies and so forth. We've seen that before as well. But any final thoughts, shout outs, anything like that before we let you go, Brandon, to celebrate this podium finish here tonight?
No, I just want to thank everybody who came out to the race tonight. I want to thank the broadcast booth for always putting on a fantastic effort for the fans at home. Thank all the viewers, and we're going to go out there and hopefully have an equal race to this in Daytona. It'd be nice to have another podium, maybe even a win, but top 10 would be great. But looking forward to the season.
Yeah, like you've said before, I remember you said you like getting the podiums because you like to talk to us at the end of the races.
Absolutely.
So,
We have to have this
yeah.
conversation each week. That's my goal. If we can't have
Yeah.
this conversation, I'm not happy.
Got to talk to the race buddy Will,
That's right.
tell him what I did or did not do wrong or right or
That's right.
Anyway.
How many times I step on it? I like pointing that out.
We're not going there, okay? We're not going there.
Next
But
week.
oh, don't speed into the pits now. Don't speed through them either now. Anyway, yeah. So good luck going forward throughout the season, and best of luck as well. I think I just said that 2 times in a row, but English been difficult tonight. But you have the good rest of your night, Brandon, and hopefully we'll see you later.
All right, sounds good. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right. Well, we don't have anyone in the waiting room. Sure, Brian's up there trying to figure out the end of this one. I don't necessarily want to buck. Oh, you know what? I know. Wow.
Omar, what does the iRacing timing like? Who is first at the end of this event?
I have Chris Cornett as first and Archibald as second, but I mean it's 0-0. So I mean that's what it's gonna be. But yeah, I don't have. Let's see, Archibald. He's up here. I'm gonna drag him down. Oops. And here we go. Samuel Archibald, second place finisher tonight. It's Chris and Will in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, what a finish with you guys! 20 cautions and a photo finish. I would have never I would have never expected that. But anyway, Sammy, what a terrific, green white checkered finish, a great photo finish, clean finish, by the way. And at least in my opinion, with you guys being side by side, giving each other so much room, going through the final set of corners. Take us through it, Sammy. Your race, like we know you had to work back through the field. You were working, and you got back up to the front. So just tell us about it, Sammy.
Yeah, I mean, it started off okay, middle of the pack. Then we got up towards the front again, and then we got back in the pack, and then we made it up through. I don't think I pitted at all, so my tires were very scuffed. They weren't very good. So, and in the last corner there, I kind of blew it and scratched the wall ever so slightly, which let the 5 get inside of me. So
what's your thoughts on the finish of that one, showing you in second, but the timing showing you guys with 0.00 gap?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I finished in first.
Now, just on the timing loop that we have here, it's showing Cornett in first with you in second. Now, that's just what we're seeing here, so of course that's not an official.
Yeah, on the official one. But yeah, it's pretty. If you look at the replay at the red line, you can't even see it.
We were able to freeze it right before the yellow line, and it looked like your nose was, maybe a few inches ahead. So
yeah, it's that new splitter, the new dark horse splitter. That's what it is.
So in your opinion, Sammy, you're gonna stand by that you won this race?
Yeah, if you look on the iRacing official, which I know you guys can't see, but that's what it says.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so. Well, congratulations. I just want to say congratulations because you fought a hard race to finish where you did. Regardless if it's first, second. You finished this race and in style. It was, if there was a third car there, you would have reenacted cars. But that just a fantastic finish to a absolutely drag fest of a race. If you know what I mean. But other than that, Sammy, congratulations. What's your expectations going forward to next week at Daytona? Perhaps another photo finish win?
Yeah, thanks. I mean, hopefully it will be a lot more than a photo finish. Just comfort level. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not great at the super speedways. They're kind of iffy for me, so.
All right, Sammy, do you want to thank some sponsors?
I think the only sponsor I had tonight was Callaway, so thanks Callaway for nothing, I guess.
All right.
Callaway Golf.
Yep, Callaway Golf. Please sponsor me.
All right. Well, congratulations on, I guess, the win tonight, Samuel Archibald.
Yep, thank you.
All right, and who do we have? Give me Chris Cornett. Is he? Here we go. All right, Chris Cornett. It's Chris and Will in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your finish. We're hearing the official finish is you ended up second.
Yep. So close yet so far. I thought I had him there, and I think I turned down by watching it. I turned just a little bit, and he had that little extra inch of momentum that just beat me across the line.
So still, regardless of getting the second place finish, you made a heck of an effort and run tonight. Put on quite a show. You had to come up through the field a couple times, if I believe, and enough to put it right on that line as a photo finish. Unbelievable. Who do you want to thank before we forget that?
I just want to thank BNR for giving me this opportunity to run with them. Just first race with them, get a close finish like that. It's been a heck of a ride all night, going from the back to the front, And
All right, Will, you got anything for him?
Well, Mr. Cornett, next week will be Daytona, or if you're going to be here for Daytona, or if you plan on running the full Cup season, what is the mentality of going into a full season that you have, or even going into next week's regular season opener at Daytona? Like what is the mentality for you going into Daytona?
just stay out of the big ones. Just try to either stick it up front and keep it there, or ride in the back until the end. Just to keep it clean, keep it safe. Just be there at the end is all that counts.
Yes, sir, indeed. Well, Chris, congratulations on the good finish tonight, and thanks for talking to us. And go celebrate that, what I would call a win.
Yeah, it feels like a win, but
Oh, man, whenever it says 0-0-0, like you're like, yeah, I won it.
I thought I had it at the line, because to be honest, I was celebrating myself, and then I looked down, it still said I was second, and somebody came over and said it was .001, and he edged me out by a splitter. So I was like, dang, man. So, but hopefully that was a close finish, closest finish I've had since I've been iRacing. So
How
hopefully
long
keep
have you
it
been
going
racing for?
since 2-3 months.
Oh, okay. So a newcomer to the iRacing platform. There you go. So, just in a way, you just got your feet wet in a sense. Like the first, 2-3 months, is like basically, getting more comfortable with how the sim is and how it works and everything. So, just great racing by you, man. I watched you a bit tonight while you guys were racing green, and you were trying to put up a fight, that's for sure. So I can't wait to see what you can do the rest of the season. So, like I said, congratulations on tonight, and look forward to seeing you.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
All right, well, final thoughts for the evening.
Well, my final thoughts, like I kept repeating earlier after the race finished, like if you would have told me, 20 cautions on a photo finish, I probably would have laughed at you. But looking back on it, it was one doozy of a race. Like I said at the top of the show, Chris, I just knew, I had a feeling that this race was going to put on a heck of a show, and it didn't really disappoint. Like, yeah, we did have some moments of just, are we ever going to get going, or can we get some laps in? But it got to that crunch time. It got to that pay window, as people would say, in like the real world. You get towards the end of the race, and it it's gonna get over with. So, fantastic finish. Can't wait to see what the rest of the season brings going forward, Chris. So next week Daytona. So anything can happen there.
Absolutely. Good thing this one not being a points race with all the cautions and the smashed up cars and whatnot.
Checkers, possibly.
Yeah, that's it. I think you get mad and stuff, but it should be the hurt feelings a little lowered since points are not on the line. But yeah, looking forward to next week at Daytona. Plate tracks are one way or the other. They're gonna be crazy or boring. Hopefully, hey, we have a crazy yet not caution-filled race. Oh, we got Brian Hunt joining us. Brian. Maybe?
Howdy.
There he is. Brian, talk to us. Tell us about the race and that finish, too. I'm sure you went back and watched that.
Yeah, we did. I ended up taking a picture of it. That was close. It was literally by the nose front there. It ended up going to Sammy. Sammy ended up getting it. It was Sammy, then Chris. For sure. Oh, I mean, that was a little rough, but we got some fulfilled excitement, at least hopefully next week. Hopefully less cautions and like that. It's Daytona, you never know. The wild caboose of that comes out of Daytona. So hopefully get you more excitement. I know this was just something for them to do and they wanted to do it, so I'm like, okay. So, alright. So, here we
Yeah,
go.
well, like we were talking, good to get out there and get used to each other a little bit before the points come out.
Yes, sir. Which is next week.
Yes,
All
it is.
three. So,
All right,
I'll let you guys take it away.
Will, you got anything for Brian before we let him go?
No, just thanks for having us, Brian. Call these races for you, and you guys put on almost every week one heck of a show. Doesn't matter what series it is, and you provide and put on a great league, I do believe. So just can't, like I told the rest of the guys, like I just can't wait to see what the rest of the season will bring, as far as going through each race in the schedule. So I said at the top of the show, I've said, man, this race is bound to be a doozy of a race, and it didn't really disappoint. So
The question was it something that you and Chris expected?
Yeah,
I
unfortunately,
expected-
yes.
I expected, like, whenever you told me, like, a week or two ago, you're like, well, we're going to go to the Coliseum instead of, like, just diving straight into the schedule. We're going to start, do the clash at the Coliseum. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. 15, 20 cautions, at least, maybe 25. And like that's what I said in my head. I did not expect a photo finish to go along with 20 cautions.
That was close.
But
Like that was very close. That was our
man,
closest ever on the BNR side. They had
That was-
officially said it by the closest.
that was great.
Hopefully you guys can get this next Saturday at Daytona. So I'm gonna let you guys take it away. Just want to come up and say thank you guys for everything you do, and keep you guys around for as long as we can, and keep you guys on your feet. We're calling the races. Thank everybody coming out who tuned in, listen to these wonderful voices every Saturday. But we have some excitement for you guys on Saturdays, I do believe, with the tricky tracks that we have, and I'll let you boys take it away. Once again, thank you guys for all the time that you guys dedicate over here, and you need me after the stream, more than glad, pull me down.
All right, thanks, Brian.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right, well, with that said, we're going to wrap it up. So, great to have you back in the booth. And, of course, looking forward to getting back together for Daytona next week.
Yes, indeed, Chris. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here, and it's always fun to call races with you. So, like I said, it's a broken record, but can't wait to look forward to the rest of the season.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here at 1-5 Studios. If you enjoyed the race, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the action for the BNR Cup Series every Saturday night. We are back here on the 1-5 Studios for the 2024 season, starting off at Daytona, first points race next week. Again, that's on Saturdays. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the racing action. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the next track.